microphone.
Yes, hello for everybody. My name is Koppel, and I work in Estonia, in the Center of Estonian Rural Research and Knowledge. And this is quite a young institution, maybe 4 months. And I'm winter wheat breeder. In addition to breeding food, I have some interesting project more. One of these other exciting projects I want to introduce to you today is about einkorn wheat and some activities also with rye. So, in the project, we study the cultivation of einkorn, germination and nutritional value of einkorn wheat in Estonia, and also the possibilities of baking einkorn wheat. And we test how to obtain rye kernel, rye grain, with excellent sprouting ability. Duration is 4 years, 2021-2025, and finances come from Estonian Agricultural Register and Information Board, Estonian Rural Development Plan. And at first, I'd like to introduce what is einkorn. I think that this is quite new for you. Cultivated einkorn, in German, it means single grain. It is domesticated wild species of wheat. And during the evolution, newer types of wheat have emerged because of natural hybridization occurs, such as tetraploid triticum dicoccum, emmer wheat, and nowadays very famous bread wheat or common wheat. And einkorn is the most ancient species of wheat. And this was one of the first plants to be domesticated and cultivated. So, and here you can see the kernels of einkorn, and each spikelet contains only 1 grain. Emmer has 2 grains, and spelt wheat and bread wheat or common wheat contains 2 or 3 grains in spikelet. And all this ancient wheat, einkorn, emmer, and spelt wheat are hulled wheat. It means when we harvest the grain, we don't get this pure seed. We need to some processing before we start to use this kernel. And this einkorn is quite similar to barley if you see it in the field. And here is einkorn plant in the field, in our field. It's quite similar to barley. And why to cultivate einkorn? Einkorn has a lower yield potential, but higher protein content, higher antioxidant content, and higher carotenoid content, and higher lutein content if we compare with bread wheat, what we use every day. And its composition of essential amino acids is higher than that of bread wheat. And at the same time, very important factor is that its gluten is different from bread wheat. Gluten is softer and easier to digest. Einkorn could be attractive to small bakeries, I think so, who makes exclusive health products. And einkorn in Nordic conditions is quite new. and in Nordic conditions, we need varieties with good winter hardiness and varieties with suitable growing season, because we have quite short vegetation period, and to get good kernel, we have to harvest it in a normal time in August or earlier. What we do not know, what we didn't know about einkorn, what is the sowing rate, what is the sowing time in our conditions, can we use fertilizers, can we use herbicides, can we use growth regulators, because einkorn is quite tall, and what kind of diseases it has, and what is the yield. And our project want to give this answer. And how we can use einkorn wheat. In our project, the first question is how we can sprout einkorn. Sprouting, it is quite similar germination, but sprouting kernel we use when we use this kernel for food industry, and germination means that we grow plants with in kernels. And challenge in this area is how to remove kernels from tight gloom, because this is hulled wheat, and when we remove these glooms and seed coat, then we can losing germinating ability, because we ensure this germ. And also for baking, how to use einkorn wheat for baking, because it is different if we compare with bread wheat, and we need to use different baking methods. And in our institute, we use baking tests with yeast, but also einkorn can use sourdough baking. In our project, we have also rye. This is a cereal not only for bread, but in our project, we study how to cultivate rye for sprouting seeds. And we study in our field trials what have to be seeding rate and harvest time to get kernel what sprout and germinate well. And project partners is Rannuseeme. Rannuseeme means Rannu seed, and it is they are project applicants. And Rannuseeme testing new varieties and cultivation technologies in the production field, and also participate in outreach activities and organize field seminars. And they are project coordinator. Other part in this project is Curator's malt. They germinate kernels for bakery and performs rye grain sprouting experiments, and also study how to sprout the einkorn wheat and how to processing this. And also Curator's malt participates in outreach activities. We have in our project also Tallinn Technical University and Center of Food and Fermentation Technologies, and they help to study what is the content of vitamins, fiber, and some other elements. And also they help to test how to bake this einkorn wheat and how to use this sourdough, and what are the results if we do these baking tests. And also we have one partner, a small bakery, Muhu Leib, and they also do some products from einkorn wheat. And the scientific partner in this project is the Center of Estonian Rural Research and Knowledge. And I work in this institute, And we do field tests and collect data and analyze different data from our fields and also Rannu Seeme fields. And also we participate in outreach activities and field days, and also coordinate a little project and report to reporting. This project started in September 2021 when we sowed the first production field of einkorn, and we are almost in a halfway of this project. Today I don't give any results yet, this in the future, but just I introduce what do we study. There are 3 different stages according to research area: how cultivate rye einkorn, how sprout rye einkorn, and how baking einkorn wheat. And here you can see time schedule in these different years, what we plan to do, collecting and testing different varieties of einkorn, and sowing time trials, sowing rate trials, einkorn and catch crops. We observe what diseases are important for einkorn. We do baking tests, and we compare also einkorn in organic and conventional conditions. In sprouting area, Boratos Malt study einkorn sprout grain methods and also improve rice sprout grain methods. And we also want to know how the hulling of einkorn kernel not ensure the germ. And in our institute also study rye and einkorn post-harvest sprouting ability, because after harvest seed has dormancy, and this is very important for sprouting, that seed are not in dormancy. And in the baking area, we study health aspects of einkorn bread, baking methods for einkorn and milling einkorn, and we do some baking tests in our laboratory and also in the bakery. So, and some pictures from the project. Here is einkorn sowing rate trial in our institute in Jõgeva. We used 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500 search per square meter, and we tested what is the yield and how big kernel we will get in different cases. Here I had video, but actually I think that this doesn't work. Yes, okay. And here is einkorn sowing rate trial again in Jõgeva. And here is einkorn winter survival test. In Nordic conditions, this winter survival of variety is very, very important. And at first we have to test this trait. And you can see in our organic trial, it was 2022, and many plots were empty in the spring because there were winter damages. And here was winter survival test in Rannu Seeme. Also, some genotypes survived very well and some rows are empty. And here is picture from Rannu Seeme. In the left is einkorn wheat in the production field, and on the right is bread wheat. There are differences. Bread wheat is a little bit earlier and can harvest a little bit earlier. And here is also rye trial, rye plots in the Rannu Seeme field. We have hybrid wheat and also population variety, and we compare this, and we compare different seeding rate of rye. And here is harvest time trial. Where is the right harvest time? What have to be kernel moisture in the harvest, and we harvested in different times and get different results. And here is trying of the yield, and after harvest we made some germinating tests to find out the dormancy of varieties and dormancy in different harvest time plots. So in the winter time, we also did plant analysis of rye and acorn wheat to have the information what was the tillering ability in different sowing rate. And also we did already the first baking tests and dough rheological tests. You can see in the picture, if we use methods, what to use for a bread wheat, then the result is awful, but we have to handle acorn wheat very differently because the gluten is very different, but healthier. And also we tried at home to do different products. Me and my colleagues tried to do pancakes, and here is also sourdough bread from acorn and pizzas, and we tested what we can do with acorn flour. So we had...
Elena, sorry, can I ask you to come to a conclusion? Thank you.
Yes, we had also this field day, some pictures. It doesn't work. Okay, some pictures from our field day. We had quite a lot of people in the field day. And challenges in this project, I think that one is winter damages of acorn, because when we have really winter damages in the field, then we lose all the possibilities to test flower and yield and so on. And also challenges the hulling acorn and get the seeds with good germination ability. And what I think we have to do in the future, we have to study more acorn health aspects, and we have to public awareness and practical workshops we have to do. And we have to test more varieties to increasing of growing area of acorn. Okay, thank you.